Part 3. Must have lost in Cheddar Gorge 4 times. Will we lose for a 5th time? Who knows? I've had a lot of luck with this car, the TVR Griffith. The Griffith wasn't in Test Drive 4 or Test Drive 5, only the Cerbera and the Speed 12, or 712 as it was known at one point. Alright, let's see how we do with the Griffith. Not the Griffin. Imagine racing as a Griffin. You just fly above the track. My introduction to the Griffith was through Gran Turismo, and then Test Drive 6 would introduce the Griffith. It's a pretty cool looking car, I'd say. Not at all represented by this game's graphics, though. It's not the Cerbera by any means, but I've had decent luck with it, so let's see if it works again. Is it my rabbit's foot, silver dollar, ladybug, horseshoe, four-leaf clover, blue moon, cat's eye? Oh, look out, look out. Why would a rabbit's foot be a luck charm anyways? It's kind of brutal, don't you think? Well, you know, implying that the rabbit lost its foot. Or if it's just like a fake, like a stuffed toy rabbit foot. Why were any objects deemed lucky? Why was 7 deemed a lucky number? Why was 13 deemed an unlucky number? Apparently in Italy, 13 is lucky, so screw off. I'm going to take 13 as a sign of good luck. Alright, let's see. It's so weird seeing the Test Drive 5 levels rendered in these textures. Rendered this way with the textures intact. A lot of the same billboards, too. The only noticeable difference is that there are no Chevrolet billboards because Chevrolet cars are not in this game, which is really, really weird because, you know, Chevy's got the Camaro, the Corvette, absolutely iconic American cars, and they're not in this. It's so bizarre, but I guess that's sort of, I guess it makes it symmetrical. No Ford cars in Test Drive 4, but Ford cars in Test Drive 5 and 6. Chevy cars in Test Drive 4 and 5, but no Chevy cars in Test Drive 6. I don't know. I don't know. This is stupid. Why'd I even say that? I have weird ways of looking at things, guys. You know, strap yourselves in. Hey, where'd you come from, you horrible imitation of a kick-ass car? Looks like a Minecraft version of a skyline. Even as a kid, that confused me. It's like, that's not what the skyline looks like. No! Oh, wow. We reversed to the finish line. Now, that's one way to win. I just made it, too. I'm glad I recorded that. Okay, what's next? Jordan in reverse. I think I'm going to do all the Test Drive 5 circuits in reverse. Let's pick... Shelby Cobra's the loading screen, but we already picked the Shelby Cobra. So let's pick... It's, of course, Jarash Jordan, as it's called in Test Drive 5. But in this game, just Jordan. Just like Cheddar Gorge, it's just referred to as England. England. Somewhere in England. Like that George Harrison album. Somewhere in England. Okay. Oh, swiveldy-diveldy. Yeah, you get a little bit of that action in Test Drive 6. Could be just as bad as Test Drive 5, even. Hey, look, it's the Griffith. So yeah, you could actually see these levels at nighttime for the first time. And in reverse. Ah, the simple things that delighted me when I was 7 years old. You know, when stuff like this means a lot to you and not a whole host of other things. Okay. Oddly enough, this feels a lot smoother than it does in Test Drive 5. And again, that's just because of the game's crazy, wonky physics. Come on. Whoa. Oh, boy. That was close. Yeah, there were originally Chevy sponsorships in this, too. in Test Drive 5. See, I'm trying to think, like, what's the other Test Drive 5 circuit level that got its name shortened? Oh yeah, Montego Bay, Jamaica, is just simply referred to as Caribbean in this. They couldn't even say Jamaica. It's like, oh, Caribbean. It's like, were they even in touch with the development team? Was it the same development team? It's like that in the PS1 and PC versions, too. Oh, no! No! Look at this right here. That's a Dodge concept car, as it was called back then. At another time, it was known as the Dodge Copperhead. I guess it was viewed as an alternative to the Viper. Like, it would be a cheaper version of the Viper. In this game, it looks nothing like it does in real life. They made it kind of fugly, actually. At least the Esprit kind of looks like an Esprit in this game. But not by much. The front looks pretty accurate for the most part. No traffic to deal with in Jordan, too. I guess nobody drives around the desert. So yeah, this is truly a circuit track. No, Panaz, no! I sound like I'm old and dying, trying, like, That's how agonizing this game is. It adds ages to my lifespan. Like, I'm not 27 anymore, I'm fucking 37. Third place, yay. Okay. In this game, it's just called Dodge Concept. Maui Reverse.
3, 2, 1,
Solid blue. Look, the Audi logo is cut off at the end there on the right. Well, they didn't seem to change the time of day here. In the PS1 version of the game, it's definitely at nighttime. And again, your headlights turn on in the PS1 version. I lost my PS1 copy of the game years and years and years ago. I don't even know how I lost it, because I have pretty much all my other PlayStation games. Maybe... I remember one time when I was really little, there was a basement flood. And I remember we lost a couple of things in that flood, and maybe that was one of them? I don't know. Basement floods are the worst. Took off a quarter of my record collection. True story. I don't really like to talk about that much. It makes me very sad when I think about it. So I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to think happy thoughts. That's what I can do in a pandemic. Dear Lord, never did I think when I made this channel, this side hobby channel of mine, never would I think that I would be doing this stuff during a pandemic. But it's a good break from making art and writing. Recharge the batteries, recharge them creative juices. If you want to see my art, I actually posted a video on my mainline YouTube channel. Here we go, here we go. But hey, this isn't a plug for what I make. Or is it? My channel, my rules. Stop! I want to win. I want it all. Okay. Come on. Just pretend there's nobody here and just be the best you can be. You have a horn in this game, and actually I think it kind of works. It kind of makes the traffic cars swerve away a bit. No! Leave me alone, leave me alone. Please leave me. Woohoo! Second place with the Audi TT. Alright, where are we racing next? Lake Tahoe. We're going to do this forward because Lake Tahoe is an all-new course in this game. It's a bitch because it's an ice level, and you slippy slide everywhere. So let's pick the DB7 Vantage. Haven't played as that yet. The DB7 Vantage replaces the V8 Vantage in this game. The V8 Vantage was in Test Drive 5.
3, 2, 1.
I like both, although I kind of prefer the DB7. No DB7 Volante, though. Unfortunately. Alright. There we go. Ice. I sound constipated when I do that. This game makes me constipated with rage. Not really. I'm sick of you and your emotional constipation. Ah! Speaking of Disney, I'm going to do a playthrough of... The Emperor's New Groove for PS1 for this channel, because that movie's 20th anniversary is coming up. That movie opened December 15th of 2000, and around that time I'm going to do the playthrough of Emperor's New Groove for PS1. Just a little heads up. It's a playthrough that I've always wanted to do for this channel, and it's a game that I've enjoyed the heck out of since the day I got it. And it's, you know, it's an all-time Disney classic, too. If you want to know what my taste in Disney animated features is. But if you know me well, you already know what that is. Should this just, like, should I just do a whole playthrough where I don't even say anything? I just go, what are you doing? That would, I don't know, that would be kind of funny. It would probably be annoying as heck, but I would do it. I mean, I have a PhD in being annoying, so I'm gonna wear it as a badge of honor now. Hey cops, go do something. We're in Tahoe, go to a nightclub. Okay. This is the part in the race where you kinda catch your bearings, because it's just road, and sometimes your competition gets waylaid by the traffic. See, when I hit him, he just went ahead, but I'll hit him some other time, he'll just go ballistic. Okay, just be steady, watch the ice, watch the snow, watch all of it. Oh! Watch those crazy turns. Oh, no, no. N-O means no. Negatory. Well, screw you, you froggy-looking car. Jaguar XK180. Only 2 of them made, apparently. They look so weird in this game. Both the AI version and the version you race as. No! 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 Look, that's not even a victorious finish. Everyone's just piled up. Alright, come on. Well, at least the Viper won. The Viper deserves to win. Expect the Venturi. That's a Venturi Atlantique on the loading screen. I don't think Venturi is an American brand, though. It's an American location with the American flag in the background. That's not an American car.
3, 2, 1, go!
What are the devs thinking? Yeah, just messing. Alright. This is a Venturi 400 GT. A car I had never heard of until this game came out. Goes pretty fast. It actually makes me think of a Ferrari. Like, its design kind of reminds me of a Ferrari F40. Those were pretty popular when I was a kid, the Ferrari F40. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, there were no Ferraris in Test Drive 4, 5, and 6. No Lambos, no Ferraris. It makes me very upset. Lambos and Ferraris, you know, they're quintessential Italian cars. Like, it would have been nice to have, like, a Lamborghini Diablo in this game, or a Countach. Or, like, a Ferrari F40, or a Ferrari Testarossa. I think in Test Drive 1, 2, and 3, there was a Ferrari Testarossa. I never played Test Drive 1, 2, and 3. I didn't have those games. Ah! Just Keep calm. Ah! Slide on the soap. Whoop! Slide on the soap. Whoop! I know it's not soap, but I want to make that reference, damn it. Aurora Borealis. That's how I feel every time I say when I make those noises. Actually, you know what it really reminds me of? Not to go off on a tangent, but that's what I totally do. There's this movie called Superstar, and it's a Saturday Night Live-based movie. It's not good or anything, but as a kid, I saw it a lot because we had the VHS. And we always used to quote this scene where the main character, I forget her name, what she does in the movie is like I think she's angry at her mother or something, and it's this like 2-minute scene where she's at the door and she keeps slamming and she's yelling, "You're horrible! Horrible!" Just keeps slamming it repeatedly, and then she's just slamming it without saying anything. And at one point when she's slamming the door, I don't know if this was intentional or if it was an outtake that just somehow made it into the movie, she does like this noise when she opens the door and slams it. And we always laughed at that scene, and we always quoted it. "You're horrible! Horrible!" And we also quote the scene where Tom Green goes, "You suck!" when he's in the audience. I don't know why. It's not even good or funny or anything. It's just, look at how the Cobra turned into like a solid block of blue upon being crashed into. This is some damn fine graphics. Next, Cape Hatteras. Cape Hatteras, if I'm correct, is in one of the... Let's pick the Jaguar XK180. Cape Hatteras is, I believe, in one of the Carolinas. Strike me down if I'm wrong on that. Never been. I've been to the Carolinas, but I've never been to Cape Hatteras, if Cape Hatteras is there. Now, look at the back of this car. Look at how... It's almost creepy. It looks like a pair of dead eyes just staring at you. Between this and the Camaro headlights in Test Drive 5, I had some very odd-looking cars in my childhood. Odd-looking CGI cars. Like, this car kind of freaked me out when I looked at it. It's like, it looks like eyes just staring at me. So yeah, a lot of the soundtrack of this game is very electronic, techno-sounding stuff. You've got groups like Eve 6. Like, there's one song by Eve 6 on the soundtrack. They're more of like a rock band. What would you call them? Would you call them alternative? Post-grunge, maybe? I don't know. You tell me. I'm not knowledgeable about everything. And then you've got groups like Empyrean. You know, they're just basically straight-up techno groups, electronica groups. Empyrean is one, along with Gearwhore is another. What a name. Gearwhore is another one. Lunatic Calm, of course. Cirrus. And like it's somewhat of a bigger soundtrack than the one for Test Drive 5. Fear Factory returns with a cover of Gary Newman's Cars, featuring Newman himself. And I think it was... I'm almost inclined to think that it was recorded specifically for this game, because it was a bonus track on their album Obsolete, and it's the opening cinematic in this game. And Fear Factory, if you remember, if you played Test Drive 5, Fear Factory had their own car in Test Drive 5, the Fear Factory wagon. None of the other bands featured on the Test Drive 5 soundtrack had their own car. There was no pitch shifter car, there was no KMFDM vehicle. It seemed like Fear Factory and Pitbull Syndicate had some kind of working relationship there. Hey, am I going to come in third place with this ugly car? Okay, in real life it's not ugly, but in this game it looks fugly. It actually came in first place. Now, see, that was a sheer dumb luck kind of thing. I wasn't even trying. I was just... No, seriously, guys, I wasn't even trying. Okay, what's next? Switzerland. I think this will be the last track we do in this part. We're also going to do Cop Chase, because Cop Chase is a marked improvement over cop chase in Test Drive 5. Like, quantum leap levels of improvement. We haven't picked the GDSR yet. Let's race in Switzerland with the GDSR. Now see, here's another course in Test Drive 6 that it's not even an exact location, it's just Switzerland. It's not Bern, it's not Montreux, it's just Switzerland. Love this part with the train tracks. Even though this is an icy level, it doesn't screw you up so like Tahoe does. And of course, they brought back the Courmayeur circuit from Test Drive 5. Now, that was a slippy, slidey course in Test Drive 5 because it's a snow level, but in this game, it's not even programmed to be slippy, slidey. This is a very short circuit, honestly. Nothing to do with Johnny 5, of course. Whoa! Yeah, that can mess you up, so. Ford GT40. It's also a first. Of course, that's the car they build, and, that's the car. Ford versus Ferrari, based on the true story, of course. Toyota GD1, which I lost spectacularly with in Ireland. Lotus GD1. They kind of mix up the AI a bit and mix up the colors of them, too. Test Drive 5 on the PS1 did not do that. So that's score 1 for Test Drive 6. Okay. Oh. Okay, there's some slippy-slidey there, but that's more the game being slippy-slidey than the ice physics. There are no ice physics in this level. See, look, when I hit him, instead of being battered, he just went flying. He had about as much weight as a bowling pin. Is this Test Drive 6 or is this car bowling? Another thing I haven't done in ages. I haven't bowled in ages. I don't think I've done bowling since 2005. What's wrong with me? I was planning to, do things, do more things that I didn't do in the past, bowling whenever I wasn't working, and then COVID-19 happens. Fantastic. Oh, no. The finish line is very awkwardly placed in this level. What time are we at? Now, we're going to stop the part here for time constraints. In the next part, we're going to beat Switzerland. Thanks for watching. This is Kyle O signing off.